Bangun!
Social inequality is when unequal opportunity is given to a particular person caused by different social positions in society. In societies where specific groups of people don't have equal social status, there is an uneven distribution of opportunities that traces down to a pattern. You know, unfairness in society is shaped by all this judgment. One person could get an opportunity while the other doesn't, and such social inequality could be on the basis of their race, gender, age, religion, wealth status, you name it. They lack the privilege of equal access to opportunity that everyone should have.
You know, poverty on its own is evidence of social inequality.
Can't you guys just get a job? Then you won't be poor anymore.
That's the thing. Social inequality is unfair. Connect the dots, and you'll recognize how people affected by poverty receive unequal access to job opportunities. In fact, unemployment leads to poverty, and poverty in return leads to unemployment. It's not just that, but they also lack access to good health and well-being, quality education, clean water, and sanitation. According to the National Bureau of Economic Research, a 1% increase in unemployment yields a 0.4 to 0.7% increase in poverty rates.
Basically, the poor suffer unequal treatment and discrimination because of their label as a poor person in society itself. Social discrimination directly contributes to the inequalities they face, in case it isn't sad enough as is.
That's why and how poverty is a direct cause of social inequality. Note that poverty is about being poor. It's when you don't have enough money to pay for basic necessities.
Poverty has many faces. It's the stress of when the next time you're able to put food on your child's plate is, the struggle of accessing clean water and quality education, and the lack of a roof over your head.
Social inequalities reduce the education performance of the poor by putting up a barrier that prevents them from accessing textbooks and classes. The World Bank states that 39% of the poor globally have no formal education at all. More social inequality, lesser educational performance, lesser economic growth in a country.
This is how inequalities jeopardize the poor, forcing them into an endless cycle of poverty. Brutal, right?
Yikes. And nobody's trying to stop this?
Sustainable Development Goal 10 is reduced inequalities. It aims to reduce inequalities.
Wow. Shocker.
In short, SDG 10 is committed to providing social equality. It ensures equal opportunities for everyone, regardless of their place in society. Not only that, but it's one step towards achieving SDG 1, no poverty. Economic inequality, for instance, causes
Inflation, right? Economic instability, financial crisis, and debt.
Yep. Seeing as we're on the topic of poverty, it's important to establish what income inequality is. Income inequality is a difference in wealth distribution between social classes. One way to reduce this is by giving welfare state benefits, an act mostly seen in developed countries.
Welfare benefits?
They are money given to poor people from the government, not just those suffering from poverty, but also for those ill and unemployed.
It might not seem like it from your perspective, but as for ours, unemployment benefits really help a long way, you know. It's difficult to get a decent paying job to fulfill our fundamental needs on a daily basis, That's why having welfare state benefits would really help the unfortunate live a life fed with good food under a roof.
Exactly. Welfare benefits aren't the only solution we have on the table. Increasing the minimum wage doesn't erase our problems, but for one, they raise the economy. Even just a modest increase leads to an increase in productivity and a decrease in employee turnover and absenteeism.
However, that's just another short term solution. The fault lies in the lack of access to education. Failure to provide education causes more income inequality.
Here's an eye opener. According to a graph by Our World in Data, inequalities in English speaking countries have increased up until 2014, a spike unseen in other non English speaking countries. Look at the US. There are large wealth and income gaps, namely across racial groups.
But what about us? We're just students. What could I do?
You could raise awareness about inequality circling gender, race, religion, ethnicity, age, and disability to educate both students and teachers. For example, dedicating days on a special calendar to appreciate any specific group that is more likely to experience inequality. Make the effort to make your school a more accepting place.
I'll repeat it again. Access to education is key. Pitch ideas to the school to use a variety of learning styles, audiobooks, illustrations, movies, etc. Include Braille and sign language in everyday learning, or, in students with autism, implement a special visual learning style to aid their academic journey. Use dyslexia-friendly fonts for presentations. Not anything hard to read, especially when your audience includes students who have difficulties learning or reading symbols, alphabets, words, and/or letters. Think Verdana, Arial, Comic Sans, alongside many others. However, there is still more to uncover when it concerns social inequality. I get it. All this pessimistic exposition is scary, but that doesn't dismiss the possibility of a bright future. The UN calls on you to help promote SDG 1 and 10 in this fight for fairness. Because inequalities in society undermine social justice and human rights.
In simpler words, inequalities are unfair. The SDG Club out.